Yo, what is up, ladies and gents? This is PluvioBros here, and welcome back to another episode of Pyre. In this episode, we were going to Lou, which is apparently the name of the next star. The glade of Lou, directly due west. Then it is just as my client indicated. This client of yours, our informant Sandalwood, entrusted us with this wagon, this quest. Why? What does he want from us? You may ask him yourself. He awaits us somewhere in Wakingwood, due west. How do we find him? He shall find us. It seems you are soon to finally meet Sandalwood. At dawn, you shall have to cross a single narrow path leading west where he supposedly awaits. Finally. Okay. Pamita. You approach Pamita, who has kept to herself since she joined your small band. You sense she's unaware of you as she preens her flight feathers. But then she speaks up before you can do the same. Come to check up on me, reader darling. In those first moments when we met, the vote of confidence in me which you relayed to that nice headman boy, I'm grateful you were willing to see past those wings. One of your kind's ancient enemies just happens to insert herself into your group, and you just go with it. However, I assure you that my motives here are plain. You'll see, I've business with my blood sister Tamta, and nothing more. You briefly met. I think she's quite a catch. As to the little quibble between us, well, it's a long story. All in all, one that's frankly no one's business but hers and mine. Surely we will run into her again, maybe not soon, but in time, and we have the rest of our long lives to wait. Anyway, happy to aid you in your quest until such time, especially to the extent that it aids me in mine. Simple exchange. Until then, stay vigilant, darling. You needn't concern yourself with making small talk with someone like me. And besides, we harps have a saying, liars abound. She swoops away before you can respond. Pamita's moonshine, kept close at hand in the off chance of good occasion for a very bad one. Oh, I can drink it. Pamita notices you with her bottle of moonshine. Drink up, by all means, darling. Nice to find a girl after my own heart. She moves in close and lowers her voice. Let me tell you a little secret. The bottle there, it's enchanted, never runs dry. Never, believe me, if it could, I would have known by now. Apparently it was some spurned old bog crone that once tried to make a never-ending poison, but kept failing utterly till she threw away her life's work in disgust. I fetched a good price for him. Decided to take his wig one day while on the hunt for Tamita when things weren't going quite as well for me as they are now, you understand? Turns out the stuff's pretty good. Consider it for sharing, darling. Just everything in moderation, so on. She takes a drink herself while she brushes by you. Okay. How much can I drink? You observe the mask and robes whose old engravings and embroideries are just for no purpose. Some of the garments are masked, while others are small. They might fit a child. So far, main. The wagon has hit a snag, descending the black crags. Its wheel is stuck. The dial is not least. First that blasted little bird, now this. Thought you like Joe Darrell's lost strength, you join in as she attempts to dislodge the wagon. At last, with a roar and teeth, she forced the wagon back into solid ground. May the Sandalwood be worth all of the hassle. Thank you, Jolly. I'm guessing Sandalwood doesn't like to be kept
Te
away.
faras.
He's very patient, on the contrary.
Caritas.
Not die, let us move on. Soon the wagon is prepared to press onward down the jagged slopes toward Wakingwood. Your companions who explored ahead advise on which of the forked paths is best. Let's choose Jodariel's choice, if she even has one. Nope, and nope. Glance to the east. Tamita says she can procure a talisman here, okay. Sergala claims he can dig up something valuable. A talisman or something valuable. Something valuable it is. But that's nothing but a chance. Sergala is relieved that your decision to take the flatter of the two paths down the black cracks, though nonetheless seems rather shaken but steep straight. This knight mislikes these heights. For shame, Master Reader, you must take this knight for a common craven coward. He burns his head in the solid. When at last you coax him back up, you see that he has a knight of some sort. This knight did have you fooled there, did he not? He explains how finding the item was all his plan. Sergei found Porous Crystal. For 70, well, at least I can buy like 10 talismans with this. No, not a talisman. The Sphere of Heights remains. Having passed beyond the black cracks, your wagon arrives at the edge of the lake, and with it is here that Sandalwood is be expecting you. However, most puzzling, he ought to have met us here. You said he would find us himself. Hey, he was to find us at the edge of these woods. We supposed to keep waiting for him? He would desire for the stars to be your guide, as always. The rights beckon, and the rights take precedence above all else. Surely he shall find us here. Then let's keep moving. How do we get through these woods? The Lone Minstrel notes two possible paths forward from this point, though cautions that the woods are difficult to navigate, and Sandalwood would have known the most expedient path. Okay. What's resided here? Unstudied rights. I don't think if he's in one of these, I don't know, places, that he would be studying the rights. Someone that has led a long life compared with any of you at least. In the latest years of his exile, he became rather reclusive. For a variety of reasons he shall no doubt explain. He found some solace here, in these woods, though I fear I cannot locate his residence without him. Unfortunately, you find no trace of Sandalwood, and without him there to guide you, you remain quite lost. The woods seem to have encroached. There's no path forward, while neither of the paths leading back appear to match the routes you took to this point. Mage seems drawn to this looking for some reason. May has some powers. The woods are disorienting at this point that you decide to break for camp and survey the surroundings for any clues. Perhaps later there shall be time to pursue your vocations. Sift through the ashes. Since my lovely reader has returned, then how may I assist you? You have invoked Sandra from the Ask what's on your mind. Let me ask you something, lovely reader. Have you any idea for how long you have been imprisoned here? 800 years. You guessed that Sandra could have been in her current state for himself for the span of an entire century. She smirks at this. A reasonable guess, but you're off by a wide margin. 8,000 years? Okay. According to my count, at least, it is possible I have lost track, though. Given my state, I can assure you that I have had ample time to verify my arithmetic. She goes silent for a time. Let me give you some advice. If you decide to kill the Emperor, make sure you achieve what you set out to do. You expected my own death, regardless of the outcome of my task. I was not expecting this, certainly not to be telling you about it 837 years later, or however long that it has been. Although, enough for that for now, let us get back to business. Let's get a try. Well, let us consider whom among these idiots is 44 my limitless time. Her hope is back up. His hope is not. Only Jodiah once proved. He asked her to administer one of her special trials for Jodiah. Naturally, demon is that she could stand to lighten up, though I fear that is not secret I can teach, but let us bring her forth regardless. Soon Jody appears in heat of the summons. What is the meaning of this, reader? What is the meaning of this, reader? Where are the others? Apparition Sandra appears and loosens her mask. Welcome to my humble home, demon. You're good at taking orders now. State your purpose quickly, Braid. My purpose is to put you to the test. You may be fearsome to behold, but you are old and slow. Your weakness perhaps outweigh your strength. Though I sorely wish to see you and your lovely reader prove me wrong. Old, she says. Very well, then, reader, let us show her whether she is right. And there we go. Nope. 5 seconds, 5 whole seconds. Get the hell out of the way. Okay, here we go. What the heck? 40 already? Oh, screw you. And screw both of you guys. This is easy enough. I'm about to screw it up. Okay. Nope, get away. And I messed up. Oh my god, okay, that was pretty good. Okay, I just need to get there one time. I need to score once and that's it. Come on, come on. There we go. Are you satisfied now, right? I am never satisfied, demon. However, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. That was a strange experience. What do you have there, reader? Solely I'm sworn. Radar caster are further and faster than usual, 15%. I think that is better. Rank 5, legendary talisman. legendary talisman. Also a legendary. Okay, I think I should give the legendary talisman. Okay, I forgot something. I should give the other talisman to the right bearer. Yeah, like instead of that, I would rather have him wear that. And you can have this. He was here. You mean sandalwood? If I may ask, how can you be so certain? I think from this. It says something. I don't know what it says, but I feel like it has to mean something. May produce a small strip of bark. She found in the ashes. At first it seemed like nothing of interest, but until you see a message carved onto the side, onto the inside, you find a bark strip. Can be sold. Are you kidding me? So it's some kind of message from the sandalwood guy? Seems that way. Which way to send the route? It is due west. Perhaps we can set foot early tomorrow when the woods are still. Sounds good. Everyone messed up. Big day coming up. Okay. Let's continue our study. Look at okay. More hope. Only on the path. Then let's go. How the hell? You arrive on the outskirts of Cinder Route, but once again the informant Sandalwood is nowhere to be found. You sense the hopes of recompense waning as you search through the area yields nothing. Then something startles the little Tizo. Tizo seems to be crying out in surprise. He has spotted something or someone. What the heck? A tall figure strides forward from the trees, making a sound like laughter. The imp charges toward him and leaps right into the figure's arms. They embrace. Hail, Tizo, but you look famished here. The tall sap, the tree-like creature known for their ingenuity, cleverness, and ambition, produces something that the imp swallows immediately with great pleasure. The Lone Minstrel nods his head in affirmation. Everyone, I wish to introduce you to my client, Volfred Sandalwood. He's the Lone Minstrel's client, Headman's informant, and leader of the Nightwing. It has been long, but it has been too long now. Cypress, sir? Too long indeed, Tarek. I trust your new companions bring some color to your days. They do, sir. I think that you shall find them worthy of the Nightwings. The sap looks upon the loss of you. You cannot sense his thoughts. We shall see. Then he turns to you. You must be the reader. I am certain that we all appreciate your efforts here, my girl. Though we shall manage on our own from here on out. What the heck? So I'm getting kicked out? You're welcome to continue on with us, of course, though you're free to go. I trust you have been adequately compensated for your time. Thanks as well for looking after all my books. You consider what to say. Oh, this Volfred intends to relieve you of your duties. This cannot be happening. To have come this far only to be brushed aside with some strange sap. Yep, insist. You stand your ground, meeting Volfred's steady gaze, and assert to him that you do not feel your commitment to and from this group have yet been satisfied. Hold on. Volfred, sir, I'm Headman. My companions and I are the ones who answered your call. We have followed the signs you left for us. Now we're here, thanks to you and also to this reader. Not just a reader, she's our friend, my friend. She's not disposable. We made her a promise and our freedoms are now intertwined. Volfred smirks at this. Freedom's not something to be traded or exchanged, my boy. I'd hoped that you'd have come to grasp this much by now. He breathes a sigh. It seems we've started off on the wrong foot. It's not my wish to sour the occasion, for there's much to do. You have a right you need to get to, do you not? Now come along, though shall not interfere, for it seems you have a kinship with this reader of yours. Now then, Tarek, I, Volfred, sir. Come, let's have a chat. Of course, sir. Volfred strides towards the black wagon, which must have belonged to them. You sense many conflicting emotions among your companions. Joined you. Did he join me, or did I join him? He knows much of the rights. I don't care. Your wagon cuts through a clearing to arrive at the glade of Lu, where the stars directed you. Volfred nods his approval but leaves everyone to their devices. Slug marking.
Wow,
Hi guys. Okay. Good day to you as well, Ron. Interesting. Can be sold. Proceed. This is also to be sold. Stardust now costs 18. Once per ride, if the Baron finds extinguished, it is instead I need a bench by the Baron, take longer to return. Okay, that is enough. Whose talisman is weak? Rank 5. Rank 13. They have legendary. Tiza does not have any. Should I give of course. Let's buy something for the rest. Let's buy the extra hope. And how much do I sell this for? For the exact same amount. I'm gonna give this to her. Should I buy presents? Where was it? I appreciate doing business, and you guys be sure to tell your friends, okay? Okay, let's talk. Volfred. As you approach Volfred Sandalwood, you feel very much aware that you reside within his black wagon rather than he is in yours. He studies you in silence for a time, then Tarek, if you have a moment. Volfred, sir, what is it? This reader, you deem her worthy, but your estimation? This his hand in your direction. If you wish my own estimation, Volfred, sir, then I do. Of course, it is not entirely for me to say, but I have seen this rider integrating with the others well. I believe that her achievements are self-evident in having reached Black Basin. Your instructions were deliberately difficult to follow, yet she and others followed them. Indeed, your words make sense as ever, Tarek. And what does little Tizo think of her, I wonder? Skrahiki. And to have your applicant. There you have it, sir. I see. He continues to examine you. High praise isn't oft spoken by these two, my girl. Nonetheless, I shall be watching you. Now, pardon us, Tarek, and I have matters to discuss. They leave without another word, although you think you notice the Lone Minstrel look your way over his shoulder. The demon. Commence. You and your fellow exiles are arrived at the sacred site called Glade of Lu, and now look to the stars in the sky to signal the beginning of the next rain. In the wood about you bring a sense of tranquility you have not felt in some time, but then you notice one of the trees move. It shuffles towards you and regards you with an exaggerated bow. Well, goodness, by the roots of Lu's Glorian. It would appear the rumors are correct. The nightwings have returned. Oh, but where are my manners? In one moment. Sab claws at his mask with his wispy fingers. Much better. H. Manly Tinderstall. Manly. He's a sycophant who seems so certain he will land the prisoners of Einstein once he's free. At your service, perhaps you've heard of me? My fellows and myself, you perhaps know as the Chastity. We soon shall stand against you in the ranks. For now I'm just whiling away the time, making small time. Now then, as I have introduced myself, your turns. With whom am I speaking? Then in your mind you see Volfred and hear his voice. Manly Tinderstaff is not to be trusted. Reveal neither yourselves to him nor me. Well, beneath her mask Daryl stares back at him in silence. You suspect Volfred's masters may have reached every member of the group. Why now? How very rude indeed. Well, fine, ignore me, but you do so at your peril. Anyhow, once this evening strikes commences, you won't down, then I'm afraid ignoring me won't be any option any longer. And now I do believe this guy is beginning to show. We have to chat again some other time. Now come along, come along. Merrily blows again and wanders off into a clearing as the stars begin to burn. And here we have the ranks. Exiles may choose from a different masteries each time they raise. Certain items left to repick more.
Once again, the stars align themselves before you, reader. And here now, at the Glade of Liu, I have to say, you've come so very far.
That's what you say every time.
But there are those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too. They know that with their freedom comes great opportunity. It could be yours instead. Please show the Chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
As you wish. Let's see. I wonder, one of Nightwings, how well you know these woods. Why these woods would strangle you, and I'm afraid I could do little to stop them even if I tried. You might do better to be around them. And Daryl continues ignoring me, grows upset. Why, you insolent? Then fine, let us begin the dance indeed. He shoves his mask on and allow me to thank you in advance for helping me return unto my proper station in the Commonwealth. Okay.
Now we shall get started.
We'll definitely get to Daryl.
Jodariel.
Can I? Oh. Is this Pamita or whatever her name was? Let's have her.
May.
Shiro-sama?
And then let's have Ricky. Or him. Or her. Let's have it.
Sir Gilman. It is done.
Glories of the long grass. With that, this night ends with which to grasp it. Are you quite ready? Finally, on night wings, may all those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to any of your lovely countenances. Now come along, let us give the stars a show. So we have a free train? Or not? What's that? May I present you Humboldt Manley Jr. Has a name, but there's some button on his name. Why, he is every bit of my equal and is poised to guarantee the tenderest of line shall have a bright future. He goes on and on about his topic for a while. I have had more than enough of him. Oh yes, sure, I think I would like that. Because that Manley, I don't think he's nice as he seems. Now, isn't he just the most precious thing you've ever seen, huh? Sapling is nothing but an extension of Manley. If he vanished, the sapling should cease to trouble you as well.
Manley and his offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth, reader.
Okay,
There are many who would welcome his return, though none so much as he himself.
There we go. And with great speed
The Night Wings assert
comes
themselves
great
thusly.
power. Oh how? What's this? It seems the Bloods themselves are closing in upon our little soiry. Oh, do be careful now. These grasping roots and vines, they may not hold you in such high esteem as I. Okay, here comes the train.
Your adversary Manley is comfortable in this suffocating glade. Yet he longs
And
now
there
for the
we go.
comfort
Oh, what
of his
the heck? Are
Commonwealth
you serious?
estate. Perhaps such wealth ought to be reserved instead for you.
Okay, this is that. Never mind.
The orb engulfed in fire.
Take that. Oh dear, the woods are closing in. I'm confident. Close at that. Whatever shall we do? Perhaps if you just stand aside a while, we could put an end to this that much the sooner. They must be kidding me. What the heck?
Didn't see it coming.
Oh. May, it's all up to you. I mean, sis. Oh, I messed up that one.
The orb is up.
Okay, stamina. And here we go.
Yes.
Her speed is insane. Say, have any of you noticed how it's feeling rather crowded out here, huh? Almost as if the 100 minds of self-resents you bring here. Yes, I rather think that's it. So cease with all your scurrying about with the damned orb and let me handle this. Okay. Now it's getting more easier. Okay. Oh, what?
Pathetic.
Pathetic, shut up.
A rather cunning trick.
At least I have my full team now. Screw you.
How comical.
Okay, screw you. What the heck did I do there? Screw you. Screw you. What the heck? What the heck am I doing? Okay, there we go, finally. Double
No sign
kill.
of the chastity for now.
Okay, never mind, let's screw up that one. Screw you. What the heck? Okay, there we go. No.
Your pyre
Are you serious?
weakens. How fine.
What the heck? And here we go.
Headlong goes Sir Gilman into flame.
30 left. Alright, Team Nightwings, I've headed up to here with you, or perhaps I've simply headed up to here with all of these encroaching plans, these miserable things. Either way, I don't appreciate how you're ignoring me. Okay, this is very bad.
Glorious.
Okay, I screwed up there. Come on. There. Oh my god, I screwed up. I screwed up big time. They won't make that time either way. What did they do?
You left yourselves wide open.
I can still do this. Okay. Okay.
That was the last of them.
Okay. This is over. This is totally over.
And it is done. Fine, yes, the Nightwings did prevail. They brushed aside their adversaries without too much trouble. The right is ended.
Good. That imbecile of a sap. So much talk and hot air. I knew we could prevail, though Mr. Thunderstuff there, I think he really upset. Well, my. Oh, worry not on Nightwings. I'm not angry with you, honestly, but he is. But I'm very, very, very disappointed. I thought perhaps that we had something going here between us. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, and all. Instead, however, you decide to spit in my face. Fine, we'll have to see where all your rudeness gets you. Now, Taha.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained.
Tizo. Okay, loyalty.
Desperate for honor, this Sir Gilman may yet
Great wisdom
learn
class
something.
overnights entire consciousness. Choose a mastery. After Stephen banished another, one of his banished allies will instantly return. Sir Gilman and all of his allies are banished. He shall return.
The might of the sea sojourner.
Okay, that's all.
Until the next ride.
That was well done, my girl. I'm beginning to see why our companions vouched for you. Don't let it go to your head, of course. After defeating Chastity and Right, you return to your wagon to consider your next move. An adequate performance back there. Adequate? Yes, adequate for the next part of our plan. Go have your reader there consult the stars, see where they take you next. I'll give you a hint, it's further north, it's going to be high up. This night hear you say high up, and it's going to be cold. We'll see. Come on, my friend, let's have a look outside then. That plan Volfred mentioned, I just want you to know I don't know what he means. We're here because we're going to be free again. We won't be living out our days as exiles. That's the only plan as far as I'm concerned. But there's always a catch, right? We'll see what Volfred has to say. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. No matter what, we're getting closer thanks to you. The catch is the rights. What other catch is there? Once more you look toward the heavens. Okay. This must be our final destination. The golden star shines bright over the highest mountain in all the downside. And the episode comes to an end right here. And we'll continue to this place, Solium, in the next episode. Please leave a like if you did, subscribe to become part of the team today. Together we'll make up the PluvioBros. Peace.